All right. Theoretically, I should be live. Let's turn you some. There we go. A little bit better. All right, so I'm just going to wait for the stream to start and listen to my voice. Make sure the voice sounds good, and then we'll get started. But today, I got a Toshiba Satellite L655. All right, voice test. Be right back. All right, it's a little too airy. 1 second here. All right, so one more test of the voice. I'm just trying to figure out where to put this microphone so it doesn't have so much breathing in the background. We're gonna wait for my signal, and then we're gonna check the breath one more time. But theoretically, this should be good. All right, I see me adjusting it on camera, and I'm unmuting it. All right, perfect. This works. All right, well, let's get started. I got Toshiba Satellite L655 -S5096. Already put a new hard drive in it. Already installed a good copy of Windows 7, and the big problem is that it overheats and it turns off. And that's the problem. So we're going to do a disassembly on it. So we're going to go over here to that's desktop cam. No, it wasn't. That was desk cam. To our desk cam. So here's the laptop in front of me. Here's my phone. Remove that off camera, just in case caller ID pops up on it. And we're just going to start disassembling it. So first, we always take out the battery, and we're going to clean off a little bit of workspace here. We're going to use a normal screwdriver because that makes noise, and it's already plenty noisy. And so we're just going to start unscrewing screws. I'm going to get a dish here. We're going to move this dish out of the way just so it's not in my view. And essentially, I'm just going to, I start up here in my top left corner, and I'm just going to work my way around, just taking out all the screws. And as long as they're all the same size, I don't have to worry about it. But what I would like to do is some type of magnifying glass or something on this desk cam right here. Alright, we're going to have to use the screwdriver. Wrong bit. Let's get the right bit. What I like to do is get some type of magnifying glass onto this desk cam so that I can actually have a zoomed in picture, because I think this is too zoomed out to be almost any good aside from seeing general idea of what I'm doing. I just got to figure out how to do that, because as far as I know, this only has digital zoom, which is essentially just cropping. I can just crop the video closer. They're definitely screwed in tight. I think I got them all started, so I can just do them by hand now. Once we got all these screws out of the body, I believe the keyboard comes next. I don't know how to take this one apart yet, but this looks like one that you take the keyboard out of to get all the way in. Essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to open it all the way up and put on new thermal paste onto the cooler for the CPU. And we're going to see if that will solve the problem enough. wonder if this has 8 gigs or 4 gigs. It has 2 sticks in there. My bet is it has two 2 gig sticks. Oh, that's a 1 gig stick. That's a 2 gig stick. It has an odd 3 gigs of RAM. So we're going to upgrade this real fast. Thankfully, I should have that, no problem. Let's get rid of the 1 gig stick. I'm just going to find a second 2 gig. We're going to put 4 gigs in here total. Alright. Found a matching pair of 2 gig sticks. I'll stick in there. We'll put the old 2 stick back in there, and we'll put the 1 stick into the recycling pile, because ain't nobody should be using 1 gig sticks no more. Alrighty. And I only brought 1 2 gig stick with me. Did I just throw the 2 gig stick in there? That's embarrassing. Now I sit on top. Don't know why I did that. Alright, here's the other 2 gig stick. So I got 2 gig sticks. Doing a little RAM upgrade while we're at it, I guess you can say. You slide the RAM in at a 45-degree angle, and then you slide it in. Looks good. Alright, let's finish getting all these screws out. Oh, jeez, come on. These might be better with a flat head. There we go. Two, 3, 4. Now I'm curious on this camera. I want to try something. I do have a magnifying glass over here. Alright, before I even get like clips and stuff for it. If I hold the magnifying glass up. No, that's just crappy quality. That's what I was afraid of. Alright, so we're going to grab desk cam, figure video, hammer control, and we're just going to grab the zoom. We can just do zoom like that. I leave this over here. Okay on you. A little bit better. We need to turn down the gain a bit. What is that? How do I get rid of... trying to get rid of the awfulness. Like the bright sections like that. Alright. Anyways, this might be better than it was before. If not, I'll switch it back. Jeez. And we lost the screw in there. There we go. We have to get a different screwdriver, but bending that one. Yeah, we're gonna put those on the tray. Oh, but now you can't see all my whole layout. You can only see the laptop. I'll have to figure something out. Pull the drive out. Screw with the drive. Alright. I think that's all the screws. Alright, so this part does have a little piece of plastic above the keyboard that pops out first. So if we just pop that off. If I can get under it. There we go. Come on. Was there a screw right there? There is a screw holding it in. Missed a screw. There we go. Pulls right out now. Look at that. One tiny little screw. Alright. So the keyboard has 4 screws. Just all the way down the top of the keyboard. Just like so. Keyboard should pop out. Release the cable. I see the fan. We're almost there. Move this out of the way. And we're just gonna pull out all the screws under the keyboard. And then as I'm doing it, I just look at the screws and make sure they're all the same size. As long as they're the same size, the same pile. It's easier to make a pile than it is to memorize 40 screws. Don't forget as you go to unplug any ribbon cables. So you just start on one side of the laptop and you just work your way across, unplugging and unscrewing as you. Alright, all the screws. So then this part should pop right off, like so. Set it off to the side. So let me see. That worked perfect. And a cheap piece of plastic on top of the board, which I don't really care about. We just need to go all around the motherboard and unplug and unscrew it all. We have to get the motherboard all the way out of this case. There we go. Here's a screw here. So at this point, we're going to grab a second dish. And we're just going to set everything that goes on the inside in this dish here. It's about to get more confusing. And these I'm literally just going to set in a circle around as I go around the board. Alright, looks like it was 3 screws. There we go. Case that broke. Where's that button there? I guess something's still holding on. There we go. We're going to minimize this screen, put it off to the side. We got the motherboard, finally. So all we're going to do is take the cooler off here. We're going to plug it. Dry as a bone. So the fan still spins well. We don't need to worry about re-greasing the fan. The fan looks fine. I had to grease this. We need to find our thermal cloth. It's just a normal rag, but I use it for all my thermal wipings, because it kind of ruins the cloth. Wipe it off the CPU. Like so. We're going to grab a different cloth, and we're going to grab our 91% rubbing alcohol. Just put some of it on the cloth. Wipe it down. Nice and clean. And then we're going to have our Arctic Silver 5. And we're just going to put new beads on it. Like so. Now we're just going to push it right back on. So we do halfway. We're just screwing them all about halfway in. all the way, and all the way. Alright, screwed back together. Now we just rebuild. So that's all there is to it. Now it's just reversing the video, essentially, until we get a... Go there. No, you got that file. That's fine. Until we get built back all the way together. We got this. Goes right here. Like so. Put this cable up. Get this cable up. There we go. And now we're going to plug them in. Right. Come on, it's falling. There we go. And this just had 3 screws. The silver one went up by the fan. And this black one went here. And this black one right here. And then this little piece here broke. I found it right around here. Now it could have slid in. Let's see if I see where it was. There's some chipped plastic, so it shouldn't be hard to find. That's if it even goes on this side. This could go somewhere completely different. I am not seeing it. Alright, well, we'll put screws together and we'll find out where it goes because it is the nut for a screw. So we'll find out where it goes eventually, but won't make too big of a difference. Missing one screw. We're just going to pop it back in. We're going to make sure we get those 2 cables here. Push this in. Alright, we'll just start on these. Oh, it does say something about BIOS battery. I do remember BIOS battery is bad. Might as well do that while it's open. Now let's take these back up. Where is the BIOS battery located? I was like, I'll do it while it's open. Not seeable. Alright. Unplug. Unplug. Look at that BIOS battery. It's not on the side, of course. So unplug. 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 3 screws. We will get this BIOS battery replaced. Oh, it's one of those mini ones. I'm not sure. So actually here. That's the buyer's battery right there. But it's not the normal size cell, it's smaller. Let me go see if I have one. I don't think I do. I do not. So it's just gonna have to have a bad BIOS battery because I do not have a good one. Well, I looked anyways. Let's get this back together so that I can get out of here. Cables. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. 3 screws. 1. Oh, I can't see anything. There we go. 2. 3. Put this on. Hopefully this will weight it back down so it isn't tipping. And then we start putting these screws in. There we go. Ooh, last 3. Alright, plug the keyboard in. So, got our 4 keyboard screws. Put back all 4 keyboard screws. Had a customer walk in. 1 second. There we go. That should be fine enough. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Almost got this one screwed in. There we go. And this part goes back on the top. Like so. Perfect. That's done with the top half. Now for the bottom half. Let's go ahead and get these back on. These are the wireless card antennas. There we go. We're going to put in 2 little screws over here. That go under the CD drive. And all this does is help hold the bottom body and the top body together. Like so. I'm going to slide the CD drive in. And the CD drive has a little screw. And then this long screw in the next section goes over here and holds that little keyboard bezel in place. There we go. Whew. You can stick the hard drive back in. There's the hard drive screw. Just like so. Hard drive back in, and we can put its cover back on top. There we go. And we should be able to put this cover. We will want to plug in the power plug first. There we go. We're going to push this right back under and out of the way like that. There we go. We got the 4 screws next that go in the battery section. Right there. Got all 4 of them screwed in. And now we're just going to work our way all around the body. And this laptop was a couple screws short when we were taking it apart. Alright, so this piece that had broken off does go in this top corner here. That's where it's missing. Thankfully, it's just a corner screw, and by putting the two, even though it's missing a screw here, by putting one here and here, it should all be fine. There's nothing but motherboard in this section. And on the side here, all we have is headphone and microphone jacks along with eSATA. So I mean, we shouldn't be too much pressure on that side of the computer anyways. All we're missing is that one screw right here. But since it is case damage, this is as good as it gets. We're going to put the battery back in. Lock it in. And our B is an HDMI. It does not. Alright. I will just angle this up for you. Nothing on the screen yet. Screen turned on. Got our Toshiba logo. Firmware has detected a CMOS battery failure occurred. Continue. Start Windows normally. And there we go. Windows loading up. And this should fix our overheating problem. I'm going to let this run for a bit. Make sure that we don't overheat. Otherwise, we just solved a computer problem. That's gonna be it for this live stream. Hopefully I get to do a little one tomorrow, maybe. See how it goes. Let's go ahead and zoom back out my camera. We're gonna figure something out for this camera. But till tomorrow, or next time I come online. Have a good one.